Hello, hi, Trine here, and welcome to my radiation diary, day minus 12. So 12 days to my 33 run radiation kickoff, radiation therapy for my meningioma, grade 2. So this is the second recurrence, in effect, third tumor in 6 years. And I have 2 surgeries behind me, and since it's up against an artery, it's very persistent. It just goes back and back. So now, hopefully, the chances are good on my side that this long extended session of radiation therapy will kill it off once and for all. So last video, my day minus 15, I covered my physical health protocol, what I do and what I don't do, mostly do. And in my next video, day minus 11, I will cover my mental health protocol, which is definitely equally as important because it means that you are in a better place mentally, which gives you a physical resilience as well going into this kind of ordeal. So yeah, hopefully you'll watch that. Since last time, I've just a quick update. I've been going to the hospital for the last time, had the Dotatok scan, been having the mask made. The mask wasn't an issue for me at all. I'm used to MRIs, so I have no claustrophobic issues at all anymore. So now I'm not in fear at all for the actual physical part of the radiation, and lying in the mask, that will be fine. And yeah, then also I requested to see my GP because what they don't do at the hospital, what no one does, is check your inner environment. I have no idea about any of my numbers. I have no metabolic, what do you call it? Sorry, I'm Danish. But I don't know what my vitamin levels are, whether I'm insulin resistant, liver functions, all of that. It's just not checked. So I've requested a meeting with my GP, who was reluctant to do this without a meeting. And otherwise I just have to pay for myself, because it's getting a bit ridiculous to not look into the environment inside me, also to see whether there's any underlying chronic inflammation. So I've been doing that, and I've also been trying out an HBOT. And I'm just saying these things to you because these are all active things I've been doing. But trying out the HBOT, and I wish I could do it, but trying that out, I only did 5 minutes. I had the oxygen. I felt lightheaded. You're supposed to do that. She hadn't even put the pressure on yet. But because I don't trust my brain, like I have a history 3 times now of not trusting my brain, and all the side effects I've had for the surgeries result in so many weird outcomes for my brain, which is hypersensitive. So it basically filled me with fear, not the cabin itself, that's not a problem, but the thought of not knowing how the oxygen and the pressure would affect me. And I was scared of having a seizure there or doing some damage. So I sat in there for 5 minutes, and then I had to say, no, we stop here. And then I went home and, had to think about it, and felt just a gut feeling again, and it didn't feel right. It feels like going into a hospital environment and extending my period of radiation, even though this is obviously not what it is. It's probably helpful, but it also filled me with fear, and I need to relax at this point in time. I need to cultivate that strength, mental strength, and adding on another thing, another tool. I'm already doing keto very successfully. I'm down at the therapeutic level around 2 or below now. So very satisfactory result already there. But it is like, you, again, I think I touched about this before, but you have to be your own doctor. And that means there's so much research out there. And some of it is contradictory. So you are left to kind of make up your own conclusions and deep dive and research, etc., etc. And after the HBOT yesterday, I just felt like, okay, this is the time to stop. The HBOT doesn't feel right for me. I wish it did, but it doesn't. It's going to bring more stress to the table. And I quit that. I might do infrared sauna because I'm not scared of that. But apart from that, this is it. I found my go-tos. I'm not gonna explore any other avenues. I'm just gonna focus on my mental health protocol, my physical health protocol from now, and then that's it. And go in there, for me, in the best way possible. You know, prepared in the best way possible. And the things I'm doing is what I believe in, and what makes me feel good individually. And I think you just have to trust that. So even though there's so much evidence of other things you could do, for me, there's an issue with health stress as well. And there's so many avenues to pursue. And at one point, you just have to draw a line and say, okay, that's enough. Now I'm doing this, and I'm not just continue researching and continue being in this mode. I need to relax. So that's what I'm doing now. And then in the coming videos, I'll cover stuff like how I tackle my fear. I'm going to break this to my daughters this weekend. I'm fairly at ease with the whole thing and believe in the best results possible. So I hope that will be transparent and make, put their minds at ease as well, because they can see I'm okay. But I'll make a video on that, because obviously the people, your loved ones, are affected by, are affected in situations like these too greatly. So I'll cover that. This time around, it's also meant a lot of personal changes in my life. I will make afterwards for sure. I already began making them after the second tumor, but now, it's just inevitable. I'll cover that in upcoming videos. But for now, I think the most important video is really the next one, which is -11, my mental health protocol to tackle situations like these, and something I would definitely rely on during my period as well of radiation. And I also relied on last time prior to my second surgery, and it just put me in such a good space mentally. So that was it for now, just a brief update. I hope you are able to find your way through the forest of advice and goodwill out there, and find your own path, what makes sense to you, and then also able to shut off all the other avenues so you have some time to focus and feel yourself, and trust your gut. That's all for me now. Thank you so much for watching.